everyone, my name is Arisha and welcome to my crib. So this is my personal YouTube channel and I'm gonna share a lot of videos from my private life because I'm an English teacher. I'm an IELTS teacher actually, and I got a little bit bored with the stuff I put out there online, and I just want to practice English and I just want to tell you about my life. And I'm leaving tonight. This is my hometown. This is Chelyabinsk and I was born here, and this is the apartment I grew up in. And I decided, to record a video here because there in Moscow it's gonna be a little bit different, and I do love both cities, and I want to start my journey on YouTube with this I don't know. I don't want to say it's clickbait or something like that, but usually people do love comparing cities and comparing huge cities like Moscow or I don't know, New York, Los Angeles, Tokyo, whatever it is, to their hometown. So, and I'm gonna do this right now. I'm not gonna lie, it feels different here. I spent only I've been living in Moscow for like 4 years now. It's not that long, but still I can feel the difference. And I'm not going to say that my hometown is a piece of trash, but I do love it with my whole heart, and I do love people here. And the most amazing thing which happened to me yesterday was that it was my best friend's birthday and I came unannounced. It was a huge surprise. He didn't know that I was coming. And actually when I opened the door, well, he already knew that I was here in town. And like there were, I don't know, 15, 20 people. And everybody went like, oh, I don't know. They were so happy to see me. And when you feel this distance between you and your friends, it's amazing to see them again. So the first thing I want to start with is people. So don't get me wrong, Chelyabinsk tends to be a really kind of, people say that we are rude here, and people have this stereotype all over Russia. And I don't know if you guys who are from different countries, have you ever heard this name, Chelyabinsk? I guess you know it by the meteorite, by the asteroid, which fell by the way, I don't know how many, like 5 years ago, maybe more. Then another thing that I hear from people from Moscow and from people from other countries and cities, that we are super tough here. I guess we are, because this is an industrial city, and people, like the majority of people who live here, are just random simple workers, and they work at factories. You are supposed to be tough. So, but I am not that tough. I'm not rude at all. Probably because I was traveling a lot, and there are also people here who travel a lot, who have seen the world. And I'm gonna say that it it's a little bit corny, but it depends. I mean, all people in all countries and cities, they can be rude and then can be amazing and open and like super nice to you and cute. So it's just, the city you grew up in does not define you at all. So I was happy to see my friends, and I just want to say that it's a huge stereotype that people in Chelyabinsk are tough. People in Moscow are amazing too, and it just, when you get to know them closer, they're super nice, open, and I don't know, the best people in the world. The second thing I'm going to share with you is actually the city layout, its infrastructure, and I want to say that Chelyabinsk is not walkable. Well, it's winter right now, and I guess no one wants to go out, but in Moscow, I do walk a lot, and so I'm sabotaging myself every time I see that the number of steps I did was like not 10,000, and in Moscow I'm trying to push it to 10,000 or more. But here you are not actually going out and you are not walking outside. So people just call a cab, or they have their public transport, which is, well, honestly, it's ruined. And in Moscow, I love public transport in Moscow. It's amazing and it's clean, it's new. But this is the thing, in Russia, it happens all the time. And cities from, like, I mean, we call them regions, regional cities. All the cities in Russia, they don't get money from the budget, and I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's corruption or any kind of thing. And they say that Moscow gets all the money. That's why all the public transport there is just immaculate compared to what I see here. Yeah, so it's really hard to see that people are using this transport, which is actually, like, it should have been expired long ago. So this is the problem here. And I do want to walk outside, but you got like a couple of locations in the city where you can walk, and that's it. So I guess that would be a problem if you love walking outside. And yeah. So number three, self-development. I was comparing myself back then. I was teaching English like for 10 years, and I was like right there. Everything was fine, you know. I didn't feel any competition. And when you don't get to feel anything, you kind of, I mean, when you don't feel any competition, nothing motivates you. I mean, maybe it's my personal thing, but when I see that everything is fine and I'm kind of content with what I have. I had kids, I had Russian state exams, I mean English state exams in Russia. I was prepping kids for them. Then I had beginners and intermediate students, and I was kind of, you know, going with the flow. Everything was fine. And I think if I hadn't moved, I shouldn't have been there where I am right now. And I love Moscow for pushing me forward and just finding my niche with students, because now I prepare for the IELTS exam only and IELTS academic only. So this is a super narrow niche, and I couldn't even, you know, I couldn't even imagine that this would happen to me. And yeah, back then, what I don't like about the city here, again, this is super personal, guys. You might have your own niche where you are super popular and you have a lot of clients, customers, students, whatever you do. It all depends. And in Moscow, I kind of found my thing, and I have a lot of colleagues. I have an amazing EFL community, and I have a lot of great teachers around, and we're kind of growing together. We're not competing, and we are supporting each other. That's what I like about Moscow. But in Chelyabinsk, I didn't feel this back then, and everybody was a little bit even aggressive, and like we were not supporting each other. Though I tried to find some, you know, common ground with other teachers. I had a very bad experience with a public school. I was working there for 1 year and I was fired just because the headmaster, she was a German teacher and she had a lot of students, but they didn't have any English classes at school whatsoever, like no English. And I came there, I started teaching English, and imagine what students did. Of course, their parents told them, like, go to Arena's classes, and it was not like me come to my classes. It was just, you know, critical thinking, rationality of parents, because English is more popular than German. and she accused me of taking her students away. I was like, oh, okay. So I was fired, and I had this kind of stereotype that all teachers are bad and they are they don't like you, and they are kind of, you know, they don't like each other on some kind of professional level, so they will always look at you as some kind of competitor. I don't know, but in Moscow it's not like that, because I guess maybe there are a lot of people and you don't get to fight for your student, because everybody will get their own student. And I have this kind of mindset: if someone doesn't like my thing, what I do, the way I do this, that's absolutely fine, and I can even recommend my fellow teachers to these students, and it's great. And these teachers recommend me, and it's like the kind of vibe you have, and you just click with the student. And yeah, maybe on the other hand, it might be my professional growth, and maybe at that time I was really young, and maybe I was competitive. I don't know, but I felt this vibe not only in my professional area, but also in wakeboarding. I do wakeboarding, and this is a really small community here, and people are a little bit jealous. But in Moscow, again, everybody supports each other, though there are always, there will always be those people who are speaking behind your back. And yeah, I do understand this. But with the professional growth, if you feel like you have a city or a place which kind of motivates you to just get your ass and work, go to this city. Because, well, it all depends. Somebody works here in Chelyabinsk, and I have a lot of friends who are super successful here, and they've built their career here. But with me personally, Moscow is my motivator, and I feel this kind of working vibe there. Yeah. Number 5, and I guess this is the last thing, the best thing about Chelyabinsk is that everything is super reachable, and you can get there like in 15-20 minutes. In the morning, though, it gets a little bit difficult, but a traffic jam for 30 minutes? What are you talking about? You have never been to Moscow. This is like, I got used to traffic, and I got used to taxi, and that even taxi won't save you if you get stuck in a traffic jam, especially if you get stuck in traffic, especially when it's snowing, and nobody cares if you have this taxi or bus lane, because in Moscow you can go by this bus lane and you can get to the point faster, and taxi sometimes is a lifesaver, sometimes it's not. But here it's pretty cool, and you can do a lot of things in one day, while in Moscow you'll do one big thing a day, and people get a little bit flaky there, and I have become this kind of person. So when people are going out and they are like calling you and they say like, are you coming? And then you have this feeling that, okay, there's gonna take me it's gonna take me 1 hour to get there. Then even though I live in Moscow, but it's like 40 minutes from the center. But you have to get ready, then get to the metro station, then go down there, then go by the train, then go out. It will all take like 40 minutes, but the ride itself will be like 15. Right. Okay. And you become like a flaky person because you don't want to waste your time on commuting and coming back. Taxis more expensive than in Chelyabinsk. That is why my friends, they get together more often and they go out more often. And when I got here last weekend, oh my goodness, my healthy lifestyle just left the chat, and I was like dying for the whole Saturday and Sunday. I wasted the whole weekend on this because I'm not used to partying like that. Because yeah, in Moscow I have a really healthy lifestyle. Okay, back to taxis. So this is a great advantage of Chelyabinsk, that it's rather, I mean, it's a city with more than 1 million people. It's still a huge city, but you can get to the center like in 15 minutes almost from any destination, and that's amazing. But in Moscow, it's gonna take you long. And yeah, what I was talking about flaky people and why I have become a flaky person. Um, uh, I was also driving in summer. They do have this kind of car sharing here, but I guess it's just one company. In Moscow, it's much more convenient because you have a lot of companies. The cars are amazing. We even have Tesla, but I haven't tried it yet. We have great cars there, and it's super convenient. You can book a car, go Volkswagen, Kia, I don't know what else. Like nice cars. Not gonna lie, they are not super expensive, but they're good. Here, I don't know what cars they have, but it's kind of a little bit lower class. Um, and I rented a car. I just found like a car rent shop, and I rented a car, and I was driving in Chelyabinsk. Oh my god, that's where drivers are really rude, because in Moscow everybody like is super nice. There are cases when people are like idiots. Yeah, I know, I do get that everywhere, but usually people are fine, and they, even if they like see that you want to change lanes or something like that, you just show them with your flashlight and they let you go. While here, no, not gonna happen. Everybody is like super tough. Everybody is like trying to change lanes every 5 seconds. I call this aggressive driving. I'm like, calm down. 4 seconds are not going to, to matter anymore. Like we are still going to meet on the red light, right? So taxis are super fast, but drivers are a little bit rude here and a little bit aggressive. In Moscow, it's great, but I do respect both cities, and I do love that here you can get to see your people, your nearest people, more often than in Moscow.